Hello there and welcome. I'm Kate. This is my nest, and this is a little session that I have each week, totally random, that I'm calling What's in My Nest. And you probably won't know what it's going to be about because I don't. But what I do have in front of me is a different nest to last week. I love my nests, and to make you smile, I was just about to press the film button, and I looked out and it started to rain, and I realized that I'd left one shirt and some socks on the line. So I raced out, got those, and as I zipped past, I noticed this beautiful hydrangea. It's literally got the I don't think it's meant to be this color, but gee, it was pretty, and it matches what's in my nest. And the raindrops are literally on it. So, flower from my garden to yours, as I always say. We're in this together, and here we go. So, this is a bright, colourful nest with lots of bits in it. I showed you that I've changed my needle and pins for this week. That reminded me that I have this as an unfinished piece of work. I made that at the Fleur workshop when I was in Melbourne. I've come across some fabric that I haven't seen for a long time. In fact, I bought it at an oppie shop and never opened it. I've got my little tiny journal, and I have my big snippet roll. I was going to show you the one that I was working on last week when in What's in My Nest, but guess what? Couldn't find it. It's buried. So when in doubt, just put your hands on the things around you. So I have to say, have I said I hope you are well? I hope you are. And that you've got something to do, because this is just to sit and stitch and chat along and hopefully make progress. So this is related to, I watched Sarah from Roxy Creations video this morning, and Sarah I'm so excited. She's doing a series, and she's a teacher by trade, and it's wonderful that she is sort of refreshing us all, I think, on stitches. And she has spoken about Cancer, and the original purpose of Cancer was to put multi layers of fabric together to make quilts to keep people warm. So it's a very noble stitch, and we also call it running stitch, and then we turn it into back stitch and other things. But I just loved watching what Sarah was making, so I want to do some of that stitch that is common to all sorts of slow stitching, the easiest, and this just makes you feel good. I've got somewhat going that way, so these ones are sort of going to cross over and go back here. And because this is linen on blanket, they're just flying through. So I suppose I've been released to relax and just do more of this again. I did when I first started, and then I've sort of been doing other things. But as a way of starting off a a session, particularly when you're not particularly a planner like me, I've always loved using a bit of this stitch to settle me, which is bringing me over to here. Now these are flowers just define the edges of a little bit. And it's been great to hear from many of you how much you like making snippet rolls. And this one is two-sided, so I'm letting it be a work in itself. But my other one, which will surface anon, I will cut into separate pieces and use as clusters. There we go. It's a little leaf up here. So I suppose the excitement about a session like this is we can use up our scraps, we can finish little bits of work, and even a few minutes each week attending to projects that I mightn't have done for a while is going to get me places. But other days I might just start. This little snippet keeps popping up. I love it. I'm not sure whether it should go I'm in the garden, but I think it deserves a place by of its own. Let's see. Oop. So I'm looking at that from last time and thinking that orange might be a bit bright. We do need some green at some point. Maybe, I'm not going to commit to actually putting it there. Buried my scissors before we start. The first thing I might do is just trim it down. That'll be more easier to place. Got this rose here, that's why I'm little rose garden, maybe, at the end of that snippet. Who knows? Let's just leave that there for us to think about. In the background, I'm using this pouch this week to have all my threads in when I go down. I've been watching the tennis, Australian Open. There's a big thing in Australia, and very exciting. I've got that just fell out. Okay, what other bits have I got in here? I've got that little piece. I've got that scrap. Where are we up to? Oh, look, speaking of Cantha, that's why I think I've had it on my mind. I've added, this is the little bits that I got from Zoe at the Green Door in her blanket and vintage doily bit. That's a bit of Rachel's cotton fabric, just because this is like a little journal, and that's, yeah, I like that up there. The Cantha there over the toile, this and that. Oh, that's a little scrap. I love doing this in my journals. Like, how much have I got? I don't know. But it's bits and bobs. I'm battling with this already. because this fabric is a bit tough. I may not have the best needle. But again, just the simple stitches. Oh yeah, I've got the holes underneath, which is nice. So until I opened Zoe's kit, I would not have ever used this colour before. This cerise. Is that what you call it? But I realised I wore it when I was a teenager. But because it was provided to me, I sort of had to. I'll leave that as a little opening for the moment. I will. Let's do a little bit of. As I say this, I'm regretting it because it's just not particularly soft. So I'm going to go back over here and I'll cover that bit up. That'll go down on there. Could embroider, put that over there. How many pages have I got done? Still have to come here. Do you ever do this? Just go, got X amount of time and I'm going to work on such and such. Because I was going to go past this seam and now I've done it. Not sure if I showed you this. I love this little pocket out of the different coloured blanket. Again, I wouldn't have used this before, but it was in the kit. Little deep pocket there, and this is very journal. A little pocket up there that I plan to put my travel snips in. That's not my travel snips, but my travel snips will be perfect in there. Now I still have to do a tie on this, and I've got, you know me, I've been waiting to use that, and it's there. Okay, 2 pieces, lucky dip. Look at that beautiful doily. It's that sewing basket. Love that. Love that. I don't want to start a new piece. Oh, okay, so in here, this is my, it's another journal. Can't speak. Big day. This is the one inspired by Fleur's soft palette. Now, do I need that pin still? No, I've done that. So this is a bit of Rachel's linen fabric, and I've begun to stitch over that. That's, oh, it's not really, I've just pinned it because I've taken that, I've harvested that off somewhere else. So that's a job to be done. It's got the pocket in there, and that needs to be another little pocket. What else have we got going? What's a pocket now? Oh, there's some Cantha. I actually really like that because it's on this silky material and it's like gathered it. This this handkerchief, don't particularly think it's bright enough yet, so working on that. What am I thinking here? That's a beautiful little doily. And this could be a pocket as well. Okay. Look at that. It's got all sorts of little spots and marks on it. Hole there. I wonder if we do it like that. Or like this. Or no, that would be a waste. I think I better check that we're filming. All sorts of things have been going on. And then I could put something else. I don't know what that's doing there, to be honest. So maybe could I make this a page extension? Does this happen to you? Things just don't flow sometimes. What do they say? When in doubt, don't. Okay, let's leave that. Now, if Fleur was here, I'd be saying, is this soft? And I think the answer is yes. I think there's too much green. Oh, not for the fabric, but just for what I'm thinking of doing, which I don't really know yet. You know what? Now I just love that little strip there. Oh, look at that. Many of you would not like that, but oh, it's beautiful. And that relates to that little bit. I should have had blanket under this, actually. Oh no, that's my long penny. I'm on the borderline, aren't I, of getting away from my warm. No, I'm not doing warm, am I? What was last week? Soft. I'm going to do warm this week. It's on my mind. Can't wait. So let's just tuck that in there for the moment because you can just see that peeking out. It makes me feel better about that hanky because that's so worn. It's beautiful. I'm going to do white or cream French knots at some point. All right, where was I? I had this. That's pretty. So why don't we put this down. If we were journaling, we would call this like a belly band or a side tuck. Can't tell which way the rose should go. So my initial was to do it that way. So let's do it that way. How about we start with some, let's make sure that I have caught it. It's the only hard thing when you're doing pockets. Oh, how about, look at that for arm contortion. I'll just take this bit off and let it be a stick out for a minute. That way I don't So I think part of all of this is experimenting. Now, if I wanted to feature the Cantha, I should have chosen a different colour. But for the moment, I'm just putting this down like this. I'll do a third row. Through. And then this would be down here. So saying I've got it. Let's just put that down. I like to see that's going to hang down like a bookmark. So relaxing. Pin that back up so I remember what I thought I might do. With that side. Now I think that fits soft. Okay, beautiful blanket still remaining. This delicate little piece, that's a little turnover. So this is interesting because I've been doing so much work with florals, but I'm trying to stay not too obvious in this one. Let's do this funny little stitch I've done there. So really, oh, see, I like this. Sorry, it's not that I like my work. I love putting my thumb there. It's pretty silly. And I'm going to do something up there as well. But no, I'm going to make that the absolute what we look at. I'm thinking no for that one. So this is where you can have scraps and you can think you can have so many perfect things. You know what's going to happen, that is going to disappear. Gonna make a little pocket there. Bind that over there, and then this could be like the page. Is that the right side or the wrong side? Wrong side. So there we are. Ideas coming from everywhere. So as I feel that in my hand, does that jump out as the wrong color? Not sure. This is fine. This, I can put some big stitches over the top of that. Let's just not connect that to there. It's going to be a wraparound. I wouldn't mind some more binding. That would look better on there. One final scrimmage. Isn't it funny? That's from, where am I putting that? On the blossom, I think. But here, completely wrong. So this is why playing with your scraps, and they're not scraps, they're your bits and bobs, is never a waste of time, because you learn things. Look at me, now I'm loving green just by itself. I think less is more on this one. As I learn more about the colours and the palettes, this one might evolve. That is a problem. Why did I cut that? Can anyone remind me? I've got plenty of little bits of blanket. And I've got, oh, maybe. So I love that, but maybe we make this like a little bit more mysterious to open. Needs to come out a bit more. So like a lace page. My mum would call this playing in her sandpit. Where you just go and just potter. So look at all those ideas. That trim on there is wrong though. Back into the nest. And there we go. I will commit though to it's gone. I want to commit to using this ribbon. This isn't the one I have previously cut, but that needs to go on there. All right, my friends. We've been around the world. That doesn't belong in there. It's been an unexpected journey, but I hope that you've found something to enjoy. And see, I buried my little book. There we go. That feels nice under my fingers, and that's why we're doing it, isn't it? So until next time, this is Kate in the Nest. Have a lovely day ahead or night or wherever you're up, and take care. See you soon. Bye.